Hi, this is the bonus part. If you watched part one, we made this beautiful half apron. The bonus today, we're going to add a pocket made out of the back fabric and a piece of towel. A lot of people are using vintage towels. So I'm going to line my pocket with a towel and then leave part of it hanging out to extend beyond my apron. So this is a first. So this will be a trial and error for me, and you get to come on in.
First off, you need to measure your fabric. Lay your apron out. Figure where you want your pockets to be. Measure your dish towel. Make sure the pocket and the dish towel are the same size. If not, cut them down so they are the same size. Now you need to pin your dish towel to your pocket fabric. You are not attaching it to the apron at the moment. Right now, I'm just showing you where it's all going to line up. I actually moved the pocket further up. I decided I want it higher up. I didn't want the towel to be hanging that far down. So I did end up moving the towel in the pocket a little higher up. So that's something to consider when you're making yours, how far down you want the towel to hang. So I take it away off of the apron because I do not want to sew it to the apron yet. We're going to sew. I showed that we sewed 4 sides, but you do not sew the side where the towel is hanging down. You go frontwards and backwards. You gotta lock your stitch. It's a 1/4 inch seam. Okay. You do not sew the bottom of your pocket. You got to flip it inside out before you sew that. Okay, I flipped it over. Now I'm going to sew the bottom of the pocket. I'm going to sew it with a zigzag stitch first. Which is number 4 on my machine. It's a zigzag stitch. And I'll sew half on the pocket and half on the towel. I'm attaching it. Now when I get to the end, I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to re-sew it, but now I'm going to sew it with the straight stitch. Easiest way for me is turn my machine off and back on. It's fast. Now I'm going to sew a straight stitch on top of my zigzag stitch. That reinforces that pocket. Okay, now we're going to top stitch the top of the pocket. Remember when we made the apron and we top stitched around all 4 sides? This is the same effect. This will make the pocket lay down. And the towel will not keep coming out of the pocket when you put your hands in and out of it. Take your time. There's no hurry. I absolutely love these colors. This is going to be my favorite apron, I believe. I can do it when I'm cooking, when I'm doing dishes. I'll have a towel handy to wipe my hands. Okay, now we're going to attach it to the apron. Notice I'm putting the bottom of the apron along a line on my mat because I want my pocket to be even. I don't want it to be off-centered. So I'm using the guides on my mat to put it in its position. That way I don't have a crooked pocket. Okay, now you can see the lines. The end of the pocket falls on that line there. So now I'm going to go over to the other side of my mat and see where that side comes down. And it's a little off, so I've got to move my pocket down. Once I'm satisfied that it is centered, because I want to center it and also make it even. Now, I want it to have two pockets, so I'm going to mark my fabric to make two pockets. This is a friction pin. It's actually a friction marker, and you can pick them up at Walmart in the ink pen aisle. What's great about friction markers? With heat, it will erase. So anytime I iron it, this line will disappear. Okay, there's my line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew just like I pointed out there. I'm going to reinforce the corners because that'll be the weakest spot. I'm going to sew down the center twice. So I start on the far corner, reinforce that corner because it'll be the weakest spot. So I sew to the end of the pocket. I'll still reinforce it. I'm backspacing it. Turn the fabric. Now I'm going to go to that line I made at the center of my pocket. Turn it. Go forwards and backwards. Reinforce it. I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to go back down that center line and sew the other side of the pocket. Don't you love these colors? I think they're so pretty. I'd love to know what you're making. Shoot me a line. If you could send me a picture, send me a picture. If not, then describe it to me. Let me know you made a an apron following my pattern. If you like my tutorials, please subscribe. I have a lot more coming. There's the finished project. Isn't it gorgeous? Now I've got a towel and an apron all in one, and pockets. And the straps are long enough to tie on the front. And there's towel inside the pocket. It lines the pocket. I can dry my hands. I can put wet hands in there and it'll catch the water if there's anything wet. It's a handy little thing to have. See you next time.